Hello Internet, I haven't uploaded in a little while, but today I am going to be briefing on something I'm passionate about, a bit of weather, talking about the currently, I believe it is either a Cat 1 or a Category 2 Hurricane Laura. This storm is currently located passing the Keys. The center mass of the storm is just a bit above Cuba. We're looking at the 95 north parallel and the 90th vertical, I believe. Now this storm is already taking on the basic shape of a hurricane. As you can see with over here, there being smaller storms appearing with the center mass being here. The rotation is, you can definitely see it from radar imagery like this weathernerds.org stat. One thing to note is there appears to be a center of rotation or somewhat of an eye appearing within, let's check my bracket, within this bracket right here, which is along the 25th north parallel and between the 85th vertical and the 90th vertical. And according to the infrared, the heavier rain appears to be on the lower side of the storm. The lower right-hand quadrant appears to have heavier rain. I have no wind data. All I get right now is rain data. We're going to move on to the track model. Now the track model for today, Tuesday, August 25th, 2020 at 4 p.m. CDT, is saying it is lined up to become a major hurricane with hurricane force winds, which is the first storm of the season behind Hurricane Javine out there in the Pacific to have hurricane winds registered. This storm is expected to move west-northwest, going towards the border between Texas, Louisiana, around the Houston area. By the time it makes landfall, it is expected to be a major classified hurricane. I am expecting it to be a either low category 3, strong category 2, or possibly very slim chance a mild cat 3. This is expected to last as a hurricane up until looks like the Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana border, which, because I have been seeing these tracks starting right here move north a bit and go forward a day, I'm thinking this stat right here will probably be 3 p.m. Friday, still staying on this course up until it's this tropical storm. I'm thinking that track's going to be a bit solid. Now the storm could move slower, so these dates and numbers here, so 1 p.m. Thursday, could be completely off. For now, we're going to move on to the spaghetti models. These spaghetti models are still saying the same thing that track showed, but they do differ a bit. This storm is still looking like it's veering west compared to eastern tracks that were originally predicted. Some of the original predictions were saying, and I'm not saying it is going to become as strong, but saying the same track as Katrina took. So going up towards Mississippi through the Mississippi River area of Louisiana. The storm is also expected to reach above Missouri and then make a easterly shift. So kind of like a C shape. You get the western of the sea at the bottom. It goes up, it loops around, and makes a C shape. The next plot we're going to be looking at is another spaghetti model track. Now this one measures metrobolic pressure, and this is also by Tropical Tidbits, updated August 25th, 2020. These pressures also help identify the strength of the storm as it moves through the country. Currently, it is sitting at about 986 millibars in pressure, and it is expected to deepen in pressure by the time it reaches, say, a couple hundred miles out from the Houston area. it will be sitting between 971 metrobolic pressure and 981 metrobolic pressure. I'm thinking around this spot right here, it will become a low-end cat-free, mild cat-free, or high-end cat 2. Either way, this thing is going to be staying a solid hurricane until it makes landfall. Next spot we'll be looking at is the wind speed. The wind speed we're currently looking at, and this is storm force wind probabilities. Now this is none of the hurricane stuff we saw earlier, but the potentiality of tropical storm force winds is still at a 100% high because I believe according to hurricane hunters and ground sites from Cuba of this storm, there are tropical storm force winds, which will be expanding into hurricane force winds as it moves through. And if this thing strengthens, this current bubble of purple will probably expand a bit and move up into this region, yet again on the border of Texas and Louisiana. This has been a short briefing on the Hurricane Laura event currently happening in the Gulf of Mexico, passing the Florida Keys and heading towards Texas. Thank you for watching.